Good morning again, Pastor Curt. We're in 2 Timothy chapter 4, which is just the most concentrated chapter in all the New Testament, perhaps. It's the last will and testimony of the Apostle Paul, and one statement, one phrase, right after another, he just delivers body blows to the purpose and the calling and the perspective of young Timothy. One of the things that Paul says in this incredible end chapter for him, he says, my life is being poured out like a drink offering. Now, there's all sorts of great Old Testament understanding in that phrase. What he's saying is, I have given myself in the Holy of Holies, that middle part of the temple of God where the presence of God is saying, he said, I've given myself only to God as a sacrifice to do with what he wants. It's powerful language. And if you understand the Near East mind, the Near East Jewish mind, it's so incredibly evocative. Paul is saying in the most intense way, God, my life is yours. And then he goes on to make this statement. And this is really cool. He says, for I know my departure time. Now, he's not saying he knows the hour or the minute that he's going to die. What he's saying is he's aware that there's a departure time for every single person. I was speaking at a big conference in Texas a few years back, and it was the middle of the fall, and I had homework and algebra homework and all sorts of spelling tests with kids and just the regular drama of being a dad. And I was looking forward to this conference, and I was preparing for it, but in the midst of busy family life, I actually forgot my departure day. I'm sitting around literally serving macaroni and cheese to my children. We're getting ready to hit all that algebra and English and spelling homework for the evening. Kelly's out running errands, and I get this phone call, and it's from the leader of the conference. He calls me and says, Curt, where are you? And I'm like, I'm in California. I'm so looking forward to coming and seeing you guys tomorrow. He's like, it's not tomorrow, Curt. I'm in the airport right now. Your first session that you preach is going to happen in 2 hours. I want to tell you, that was a costly mistake. Not only did I miss that first session and disappoint all those people that were relying on me, I bought my own plane ticket for over $1,000 to fly late that evening to make it to the conference. Now, they rearranged the schedule and it all worked out. But I want to tell you this. Forgetting that you have a departure date is an extremely costly thing. Not only that, when you know that this life is limited, when you have an eternal perspective on this life, it changes your motivation, your perception of everything that happens to you. When you understand that this life is limited and that you truly have a departure date, that you were created by an eternal God for eternal things, what happens is all your relationship conflicts become different. They're temporal conflicts. All of your purposes become more profound and long-reaching. You stop doing petty things and worrying about little cares. I want to ask you, like the Apostle Paul, are you aware of your departure date? Are you aware that this life isn't all you've been created for? And because of that, are you giving yourself into the most holy places and purposes God has as an offering for Him? Think about that day as you go through your day, and I hope that you walk through your day at the highest purposes He has for you. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in.